In the Avatar Legends RPG system, there's a lot of really cool new things that we can do in the game, but there are some things that are just not clear, especially if you're somebody like me who likes to skim through books and not really pay much attention to what you're reading and just jump right into playing a game. What's up guys, my name is Chris, and like I said before, we're gonna be talking about the combat in the Avatar Legends system and how we can effectively use combat and how it actually functions from start to finish. The Avatar Legends RPG prioritizes you not using combat to solve your problems, but to use words and try to talk your way through things. But things aren't always gonna go that way, so here's how we break down combat. Let's just get this out of the way. There is no initiative in Avatar Legends. This isn't like D&D 5e where you get to roll a dice and get to figure out what order you go in. You get to choose whether you're gonna be a part of a combat session or if you're not. If you're not, you're making some move to get out of it or leave it in some way. And then if you're in the combat session, you get to choose from your combat options. Now an exchange is broken down like this. There's 6 main steps to it. First, the GM is gonna choose what the NPCs do. They're gonna choose that in secret, and they're not gonna know anything about what the players are doing yet. The NPCs are locked in at that moment. Now second, the players are gonna choose what they do in public. They get to choose amongst each other and discuss with each other what's gonna happen, how they're gonna do it, and what the story's gonna play out amongst themselves in what they do in that moment. How they're gonna do things, what bending styles they're gonna use, they're gonna get to flavor it all themselves. Third, the players and the DM are all gonna reveal what they are doing. Steps 4, 5, and 6 are really simple. You're gonna go down in a certain order. First are the defend and responds. If you're defending and responding, you go first. Your actions are resolved right here and right now. In the quick start rules and in the main rulebook, there's gonna be this list of combat moves that you can go over. I'm gonna read through this real quick for you. You have defend and respond, which you roll with focus. You can defend and respond with basic techniques such as retaliate. Each time a foe inflicts a fatigue condition or shifts your balance in this exchange, inflict 1 fatigue on that foe. Block, choose 1 advance and attack technique. For the rest of this exchange, mark 1 fatigue to block an enemy within reach who uses that technique unless they mark an additional fatigue. Third is escape. Leave the fight to safety. Any foe engaged with you can mark 1 fatigue to block this technique. So basically, that's just a lot of stuff that you can use to block anything the opponent does or help yourself at the cost of the opponent losing an extra fatigue, which with most common enemies, it would only be about 3 fatigue to begin with, and then they're out. Then it's the advance and attack people. The advance and attack people go next, and all their stuff plays out at the same time as well. Next would be advance and attack. Advance and attack, you roll with passion. Now there's 3 actions that you can do with advance and attack. The first is strike. Mark 1 fatigue to inflict a condition on a foe within reach. Next is seize a position. Advance to a new location, engage new foes, avoid an obstacle or danger, or establish an advantageous position. And lastly, my personal favorite is smash. Destroy or destabilize something in the environment. That's something that you get to roll with passion. And then last is evade and observe. Their stuff plays out last. Not that all these things are happening in a sequential form of events, but it just breaks it down a lot easier this way. This one is one of the most useful ones that you guys are gonna have a use for. You get to clear 1 fatigue and you roll with creativity or harmony on this one. The evade and observe basic techniques are test balance, mark 1 fatigue to question a foe as you fight them, ask what their principle is, they must answer honestly. If you already know their principle, you may instead shift their balance. Next is show off, mark 1 fatigue to impress or intimidate a foe. They must either allow you to shift their balance or they may only use a single technique in the next exchange. Or lastly, watch a foe. Choose an engaged foe to carefully observe. In your next exchange with them, before anyone else makes any choices, they must announce what approach they choose and 1 technique of that approach they will use in that exchange. And those are the basic moves that anybody can do. Those are the moves that everybody has access to. Player, DM, NPC, everybody has access to those. Then everybody has their own specific techniques. Each playbook has their own technique, which is completely unique to them. And NPC legends, very special people like General Iroh, Azula, Zuko, any of those people, they have special techniques which are unique to them and they can teach to the players if they learn them. Or, you know, Azula doesn't blast her face off with lightning. There's also such thing as surprise rounds, which you and your DM get to determine. There is no mechanic for determining what surprise is. That is entirely on how you and your DM decide things. And that's not to mention that in combat, your health is marked not just by your fatigue, but by your conditions. Most people only get 1 condition, players get 5 conditions, and certain NPCs also get 5 conditions, but it depends on who you're facing. So by and large, that is a breakdown of exchanges and how combat works. Each turn is comprised of an exchange. Exchanges go with an NPC choosing what they're gonna do in secret, PCs choosing what they're gonna do in public, everybody revealing what they're doing, then defending going first, attacking going second, and evading and observing going third. We resolve in that order. So that being said, I hope that really narrows down how combat works. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments down below. Thank you so much for watching this video. I want to give a massive thank you and shout out to my patrons. Thank you guys so much. I'm not able to do this without you guys. I want to give a massive shout out to my top tier patrons, Corey, Amaldi and Shepard, and Rutana. Thank you guys so much. You guys are amazing, and you guys are the reason I'm able to do this stuff. With that being said, if you want to see more of these videos, click that little subscribe button down below and click that little bell icon to get get notified, and I'll see you guys in the next Avatar video update or other TTRPG video. Later, guys.